The Patriot Front. Sounds patriotic. It definitely does. It sounds like some white people, and black people, Spanish people, we could all be patriotic, but like, just when there's a gang that makes the papers and that's got arrested and they're called anything patriotic in the name, you just assume they're a bunch of angry white people. And so, and if you assume that, you would be right, because in Idaho, they did get arrested because they were trying to disturb a pride parade. Some onlookers seen them getting into a U-Haul truck near a hotel. They say, hey, that doesn't look normal. Call the
Mhm.
cops. They got surrounded. Boom. Um, 31 people in a U-Haul in a U-Haul
What?
truck. That's a lot of people. But yeah, honestly though, why? Why? I could almost kind of understand, although it makes no sense. You guys are mad at black people and brown people. You guys are replacing us. Bah. What do you have against gay people? They can't replace you. They can't even procreate. Well, that's still up for debate. But like, how are they supposed to replace? They can't even procreate. How are they going to replace you? Why are you mad at gay people?
I feel like they had to get the 31 people together to afford the fee for the U-Haul.
These
Um,
stupid people,
because
man.
to gather the home of the potato, to gather that many people together to do this, it's just like, what do you, is there nothing else really going on in your life? Is this the really the most important? Like, you have to understand, people organize this and plan ahead for this. So they sat down, they had prior meetings, there were some Zoom calls, maybe. I don't know how good the technology is for these people, but maybe they sent letters, pigeons, who knows? They got together, planned all this, and then tried to execute it. Tried to execute it by using the U-Haul as their Trojan horse.
The reason why this is so ridiculous is because I don't know if you've ever rented a U-Haul before, but they need identification. So typically when you want to, pull off a crime, you want to leave as little paper trail as possible. For instance, if you're trying to commit a murder, you might buy one item here in cash, maybe drive another hour or two at a different store in cash. You understand what I'm saying? When you rent a U-Haul vehicle, you need photo ID and a credit card. They're going to trace it back to you. So, I mean, like, obviously, I don't have to try to embellish how stupid these people are because their ideology does it for them. But again, I just want to bring it all the way back. Sometimes I just want to be a fly on the wall, or sometimes I just want to be able to sit down without any, pushback and just say, hey, angry white man in America, not all of you guys, obviously, I'm talking about the Patriot Front and whatever other. What is going on? What are you so afraid of? Not us. I already know what the deal is. But with the Pride Parade, why? What motivated you to do this? What are you so? They had smoke grenades. They were coming prepared. I mean, by all accounts, if there was, if it was going to be a Charlottesville part 2, which by the way, they were leading, spearheading that. We all know how that turned out. Somebody actually died. So, who knows what could have happened. But why? I would really like to get inside their head and know what's the issue, man. What's the beef?
At this point, you just like, how do you just not get over it? Like, how do you not just move on? Like, how are you able to dwell on hatred that has lasted for so long? How can you be angry for so long, man? I don't understand how the thinking of these people, where they're coming from. It's just like, at this point, it's either you adjust or like you rent a U-Haul, I guess. I guess that those are the two options.
My favorite thing about this whole thing, and I don't know, I guess it depends on who you ask. I'm not in America, but you remember 9/11, RIP, you know, depending on how you feel about it. Remember 9/11? Remember how they got that entire country to unify and mobilize against a common enemy, against the terrorists,
Right.
right? And everybody was, I'm not even going to say the country, but you guys know,
Right.
when was the last time we had a real, and I'll say real for all the conspiracy theorists out there, and I don't want to disrespect the victims and the family and all that from 9/11, but when was the last time we had a real terrorist attack, or there was a real terrorist attack in the US that was abroad, not inside America? When was the last time they had one?
Like America went to go find a terrorist? I
No,
guess you're
no.
saying?
Like there was a terrorist attack in the United States from abroad. Another country did that to America. Do you know the last time that happened?
No, I couldn't call it off the top of my head. I couldn't call it.
Leave it in the
The Capitol
comments.
riots?
Right, but that's the point. Like they were able to mobilize and unify the entire country over a terrorist attack. Let that be like, the best way to describe it, a terrorist attack, whether it was foreign or domestic. It was a terrorist attack. The whole country was on board. Bro, you guys have been terrorized by your own internal domestic terrorists for years, for decades, and y'all still ain't mobilizing. It's like the only time terrorist attacks matter is if the people doing the terrorizing don't look like you.
Yeah.
Because if it looks like you, it's all good. You guys can figure out how it makes sense and you can justify it. And it's a terrorist attack, regardless of how you slice it. I don't understand. It's like they're like the Power Rangers. You know what I mean? When it's black or brown or otherwise, the whole country unites. But when it looks like them, it's like, nah, they're trying to replace us, or they're trying to indoctrinate our kids and make them gay. So we have to do what we have to do. No, you guys are terrorists. But I guess it's all good because you're white.
Right. The hatred is directed in a different direction, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's okay in this case. Yeah. I hear what you're saying.
Viewing public, what are your thoughts on this, man? Idaho. Good job. Good.
Home of the potato.
No, come on. Let's give the cops some respect. Great response time. Great response. Wish we could have had some of that in Texas, but all right. Leave it in the comments. Deuces.